Set up a secure tunnel for all of your devices to connect and talk to each other as if they were all on the same local network. With tvOS 17, Apple released on-device VPN support. That means your Apple TV can function as an exit node to make it look like your internet traffic is coming from inside the house, even when you're not at home. This is like making a tunnel where you're at one end, browsing the internet or watching Netflix, and the Apple TV is at the other end, exiting out of your home network. Not just that, your Apple TV can also be set up as a subnet router, giving you remote access to any of your home devices as if you were operating in the same local network. Again, like tunneling in to access other devices on the same network as your Apple TV. I'll show you how to do all of this on Tailscale, set up an exit node, and set up a subnet router. Let's start by setting up Apple TV as an exit node with Tailscale. Doing this lets you route your internet traffic through your home network, making it appear like you're browsing from home, which is useful for accessing content that's geo-restricted, like Netflix. Or you can browse any site where your Apple TV is set up as an exit node. Another example, in some US states, they're starting to ban adult content websites. To bypass additional verification steps, you can exit out of an Apple TV located in a state that doesn't ban adult content, even if you're browsing from a state that does restrict that content. Just like a traditional VPN, this is how you can access the internet from a different IP. In your Apple TV, you'll want to find and install the Tailscale app and open it. And once you connect, you'll be prompted to log into your Tailscale account. And under the Exit Node section right at the top, you'll want to run as an exit node. So it's running on Apple TV, but you still need to approve it in your Tailscale dashboard. So from your admin dashboard, find your Apple TV, find the exit node awaiting approval, and approve it. And you can see Tailscale is now approved to use Apple TV as an exit node. Just like a traditional VPN, this is how you can access the internet from a different IP. Instead of just routing internet traffic through a different IP, you can also use the Apple TV as a subnet router to enable direct access to any of the devices in the same local network. I previously showed you how to connect your Home Assistant server to Tailscale so that you can remotely access your Home Assistant server from outside your home. Using an Apple TV, you don't need to connect every device you have to Tailscale to include it in your Tailscale network to get remote access to it. Instead, you can set up your Apple TV as a subnet router so that you can automatically access any of the devices in the network where your Apple TV is set up. For example, you can access your NAS devices or a home media server like Plex and stream movies and shows on your Apple TV even when you're away from home. We're back in our Apple TV. This time, let's find a section called Subnet Router and advertise a new route. This is where we can customize our configuration for our subnet router. And just like last time, just because we set it up in Apple TV doesn't mean it's completed yet. Let's go back to our Tailscale admin dashboard, find our device, edit route settings, and you can see this route is advertised but not yet approved. So go ahead and approve it. And this might take a few seconds. That's how we can add an Apple TV as a subnet router so that we can have remote access to other devices within the local area network where the Apple TV lives. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is that Apple TV is a very low energy consumption device. The Tailscale network is always running and active even when your Apple TV is in standby mode, using only 1 watt of energy. So whether you're accessing a self-hosted media server, you want to route traffic through your Apple TV at home, or route traffic through your Apple TV when you're traveling, it's pretty easy, basically trivial, to set up an Apple TV as an exit node or a subnet router. And Tailscale abstracts away a lot of the configuration and networking details. If you found this video helpful, you know what to do. And let me know what you want to learn about next.